This video is going to be about America on the home front. What are we doing here in the United States of America to help promote the war abroad in World War I? So we have the War Industry Board, which coordinates the change from civilian to military production. Part of that was saying to certain people, your job is useless. You need to go work in a factory making tanks or something like that. Committee on Public Information publishes anti-German propaganda to increase American support for the war. Okay, so we are definitely using propaganda against our own people to make them want to go to war here. We have the Espionage Act of 1917. Espionage, the root word is spy. So the term espionage means to spy. Okay? In 1917, Congress declares it a crime to interfere with the war effort. So if you are telling people, if you get drafted, for instance, don't go. Go to Mexico, go to Canada. Then you're interfering with the war effort and you could be thrown into prison. Socialists are arrested for encouraging people to avoid the draft. That's what I was just talking about. Seeking to justify their actions as freedom of speech. Kind of makes sense to me, but we are in a war. We have a court case called Schnick versus U.S. The Supreme Court rules that in an instance of clear and present danger, freedom of speech can be limited. Well, guys, the clear and present danger is the war. Okay, obviously America's in trouble here, and so this court case says that it is legal for the government to limit your freedom of speech in a clear and present danger. We also have another very controversial act, the Sedition Act of 1918. Congress outlaws any speech that casts the government in a negative light. Now we're starting to sound like the Soviets. Okay? Not a good thing for freedom of speech, folks. And by the way, this was all done under the Democrat Woodrow Wilson, who was a very much imperialist, and he was also a very racist person. Not that it has to do with this, but he's very much a progressive. All right. In addressing constitutional issues that arose as part of the Sedition Act during World War I, the Supreme Court Justice Holmes stated that when the country faces a clear and present danger, Congress can regulate free speech. Okay, that is the answer right here. Okay, so if the country's in danger, we can regulate freedom of speech. All right, 17, passed by Congress at the end of World War I, the Sedition Act of 1918 was intended to do what? Okay, so finance the war effort? No. Relocate immigrants? No. Punish people for anti-war messages? That sounds pretty good. Recruit soldiers from... No, it's not that. It's going to be C, folks. Punish people for anti-war messages. And the last one for this video. In 1919, the Supreme Court upheld the Espionage Act of 1917. This act made it illegal to do what? Okay, and it's going to be this one right here. So not only can you not spy on the United States, but what this Supreme Court said is that you can't spy on foreign nations that are allies with the United States. So we couldn't spy legally against Britain and give the information to the Germans, or against France and give the information to the Germans or the Austrians. That is illegal to do at that time.